All right, Capricorn, this is your post Mercury retrograde check-in. All right, let's see how you're doing. All right, we've got karmic clearing. Oh, all right, Capricorn. I think you took advantage of your retrograde, right? I feel like you got rid, or you made some decisions, right, that needed to be made. Some people would advise against decision making during retrograde season, but honestly, sometimes that's when you realize that certain things, need to be changed. Okay, karmic clearing. You've cleared a way. You've cleared a path for yourself. You've carved a path for yourself through some sort of either change or inner healing. Okay, maybe both. Right, that may have been the cause or effect of each other. All right. Under the deck here, we have spiritual service, and it's card number 21. Okay. So I feel like this is about you using your creativity, Capricorn, as a way to be of service to others. Okay. Or this is yeah, I mean, I guess I was trying to say it a different way, but there's no other way that I can say it. This is where you are just literally taking your creativity and you are, instead of, making it just for aesthetic purposes, it's like it serves actual purpose within the broader world. Okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot. What other energies here are Capricorn dealing with now that Mercury is stationed direct? All right, Capricorn. So first we have the Four of Swords energy. All right. So I do feel like maybe you are a little bit exhausted, and I could understand why, especially if you've been fighting to clear some things, or if you've been, you've been like for the people, type energy 222 on the timer. So yeah, I do feel like that exhausted type energy here. Eight of Swords energy as well. I get this feeling, Capricorn, where sometimes it may be easier to solve other people's problems, but trying to solve your own may be a little bit more challenging, just because it's kind of like a tarot reader. Like, I'll take myself for instance. I'm a Capricorn rising, so like I can do readings for everybody, but for me, I'm blind, child, blind. The sun. All right, so we have the sun energy. Okay, and so with that sun card, I do get this sense of renewal. All right, all energies being unblocked and cleared away. Again, with this karmic clearing, I feel the sun energy on both cards. Even on this spiritual service card, the sun is shining down in favor on the people of the world. Okay, I feel like, Capricorn, you have something that was initially for you, but I feel like you can use it for the people. Maybe not everybody in the world, but maybe you can help, the people around you, the closest people around you. Okay. But that is very tiring. That is very exhausting. Okay. So we do have to find ways of finding renewal and finding ways to keep yourself feeling, revitalized. All right. Otherwise, you can begin to feel trapped and stuck and like you've reached the end of something when it doesn't have to be that way. Okay. All right. Under the deck here, we've got the Six of Pentacles. All right, which suggests that you with it falling here under the Four of Swords, this is suggesting that you do need to be, just kind to yourself, give yourself grace, be fair to yourself. Again, understand that, yes, you've done a lot. You're tired. 444, I just saw on the timer. So you're tired. You guys, please like, share, subscribe, comment, boost, hype, and stuff. Okay, thank you. Now, the Four of Swords energy with that Six of Pentacles, yeah, You've given your fair share, maybe even more than your fair share. Okay. So so there's balance in everything. Okay. And if you have been feeling stuck, it's because you do need this period of rest. And for some of you, that Mercury retrograde was that. And for me, I think it was like I stopped posting on Instagram for like the whole retrograde period. And so this is the first message coming back. Okay. Page of Wands here under the Eight of Swords. Yeah, finding that new direction. Like I was just literally saying, like finding that new way, making something that maybe feels monotonous and tedious, make it fresh again, make it fun again. Figure out how you're going to do that, Capricorn. And then with the Eight of Cups here, hold on, I got a cough. Okay. Excuse me. So with the Eight of Cups falling here under the Sun, there's a feeling of just letting go and just being free, Capricorn. You know, Capricorn, you sometimes can have the reputation of being a little too rigid, all right? And that's the nice word. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's no shade, right? Like we can talk about it, you know what I mean? But there's a certain need here to actually let go of that. Okay. Letting go of that rigidity and being, you know, just more limber, not just in your movements per se, but in just general, right? In your thinking process, in your creative process, in your work process, right? You just being more fluid is what is going to break up, right? And clear all that karma. The karma is what's keeping you stiff here, okay? And it's because I think that you try to stick to a particular truth, but you know, that sword does cut both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yes, you have been trying to stick to a truth that you recognize as the truth, that you recognize as the way, as the answer, as the source. Okay. But, you know, but you know, there's a whole other side of that as well. Well, other people can argue the same thing. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother conversation, Capricorn. The point here is that you can definitely benefit in just, you know, being a little bit more loose. But first, you also can benefit from, you know, taking some rest, because you definitely have done a lot. Okay. I think maybe that's what it is. I think I said this before, but you know, the energy that it took for you to break free and be more loose and go a new direction and figure a new way out and put your creativity, wrap it up in a new way and get it out there. Like the energy that it took for you to shape that is what's causing you to have to take moments of rest. Okay. Because, you know, you are human. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it here, Capricorn. I hope this made sense to somebody, but thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, boost, subscribe, all that hype and everything. Okay, bye.